G'day ladies and gentlemen, Piedudeaus here and welcome to another mod review. In this one, I'm actually looking at the, as you probably can guess, it's the Finite liquid mod. Yep, a mod that's been around for a hell of a long time. I know, some people say, oh, what are you doing old mods for? Well, only because I have never reviewed this one and because this one is just pretty damn cool to begin with. So, yeah, so anyway, basically what the Finite liquid mod is, it revamps the water physics for Minecraft. So, probably one of the first things you can see is that the water level goes right up to the very top of the blocks. Like normally you would see it's probably like a couple of pixels below the top of each block. And of course, also, if you actually break the block next to the water, it'll go 8 blocks along, eventually the water will run out. Well, just to quickly show this, I'll just break this sand here. See the water flows into it, but then keeps at its original height. So, yeah. Pretty much you can give yourself just, I mean, I'm only going just a few blocks here, I'm not going to go too far, but as you can see, each time you break it, the water itself, because it's got a massive flow of water behind it, this will just keep going and going and going and going. So yeah, it's basically the water just reacts a bit more realistically as it should, and yeah, so that's kind of cool. Just normal, sort of, a bit more realistic in water physics. Maybe not necessarily perfect, but then it is a computer game after all. Alright, so that's just basically what the mod will do for water. But as you can see, there is also, what I'm standing on is a pipeline. So let's just have a quick look at that. If I open up this and do this, this is how you create the pipes. So you just get 4 iron ingots, and they'll give you 8 pipes. Okay, so then you can basically, all you got to do is you pretty much just place them, as long as they're in some water, and you can have a big, massive pipeline going. So if you're nowhere near water and you wanted to get yourself some water source from somewhere, this is one way of being able to do it. And at the bottom of this, you can probably see something there. That is actually a pump. Now, quickly again, I'll just show you how you create the pump. It is with a furnace in the middle, and then some iron ingots around. That will give you a couple of pumps. Alright, so I'll get out of the water, and I'll come over here, and I'll show you. Oops. Up. 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 Thank you. Alright, so down here is what we have, one of the pumps. It's very cool. So all these things do to work is you can either activate the redstone signal, or you can just simply right click on it and you can see it goes brown, and now the water's pumped through the system and it will turn on. Very cool. So that's it. Again, you only activate the end you want to use. So if I flicked on, now this pump is turned off, is off. If I turn that one on, the water in here will get pumped out that way. Of course, now that pump there is turned off. That will get pumped into here. If they're both running, well then obviously then you're going to have the pumps trying to pump water from both ends, so of course it's not going to work. They're going to negate each other out. So yeah, that's the basic systems of how the pipes work. Just place them in water with a pump at each end, or with the end you want the water to go to, I should say. And yeah, and that's it. So that's how the basic pipes and the pumps work. Alright, so now another look at another block here we have, which is the liquid sensor, and I'll quickly just show you how you craft that. It's just some iron ingots in the corner and a bit of redstone in the middle will give you 4 liquid sensors. These things are kind of cool, because what they can do is, as you can see, it's hooked up to some redstone and an iron door. If I just give this a bit of water, as you probably can guess what it will do, if you watch the block gets these red stripes, redstone gets activated, and of course the door opened. So yeah, it's just a redstone signal, which is kind of cool. And apparently you sync through the block as well, so I'm not sure if that's actually a bug or not, but anyway, whatever. But yeah, you can use this as once the water hits it, activates a redstone signal, and you can use it to activate any kind of redstone circuitry you might have. So, kind of cool for some builds or whatever. It doesn't have to be used for a door, but that's just to give you the basic example, a very, very basic example of how it works. So, yeah, very cool. Alright, so come along here, and we'll have a look at another, because this is obviously just another little tank that I've just created. But what this here is a grate. Now, at the moment, this grate is actually turned off, because once it gets a redstone signal, it'll turn off. And I'll quickly just show you how you create this thing. To get 6 grates, you just simply get, like in an X form of iron ingots, will give you, as I said, 6 grates. Very cool. And all you got to do is because basically at the moment this water is just sitting there, but it's held back by the grate. If you wanted to, flick this lever here, if I can. Flick, and as you can see, the water will now start flowing. If you give it the redstone signal again, the grate will stop the water from flowing in and out of that tank. So you guys basically you can control the flow of the water, which is very, very cool. So yeah, that's a use for a grate. All right, so I think we're pretty. Oh, another thing that is also is also here, and apparently I need to give myself one because I don't think I actually have one, do I? No, I don't. Okay, so what I need to do is just quickly, unfortunately, to open up TMI because there are actually sponges have been included in this mod, and apparently I can't find them. Where are the sponges gone? Where are the sponge? There's the sponge. Okay, so you can actually find these sponges in the water systems. There probably are some here. I just haven't actually looked. I just didn't actually really look for them, but they just generate randomly in the world, and of course they're underwater. What the sponges can do is they can actually hold water. As you can see, it's filling up, and it gets this blue top on it when it's full. So, of course, you can then just break it, and you can just place it somewhere. And if you want to, you can just keep right-clicking on it, and it will keep dropping water out. So it's actually another way of being able to transport water around the place if you so chose to. That's kind of cool, isn't it? And again, another thing, just due to the water physics as well, if I keep just punching the water out of there, as you can see, the water flows out, will go back into the water source, and yeah, so that fills that up completely, which is kind of cool. So that's actually nothing you can do with these sponges. If you wanted to, you can use it to... It'll start filling up a bit. It should soak all the water into it. It may not do too much, or it may just take a while to do because it's only a very small water source. But yeah, that's what you can use sponges for, is to help soak up water, if you chose to as well. All right. Now you probably noticed a little bit of water floating around also. Well, how's that actually happen? Well, that's actually caused by the rain, which is very cool. So actually, I'll actually just quickly show you that now. Quickly activate the rain. There's the rain. Hope it's not too annoying. I've got the sound turned down. And you can see these water pools forming everywhere. That's cool. Because that's generally what rain would do, is it does leave puddles everywhere. And you just saw it fall off that block there. So the water actually will keep flowing as well. So actually just going to quickly show you that. If you actually have like a few little pieces of water, and what's more also, if you walk through it, you slow down. So if you're trying to get away from a creeper and you've got water puddles lying around, yeah, you will slow down. If I just break this block here, you can see the water flows into it. That's kind of cool. So, just again, water physics, the water will flow as well, so that's very neat. Alright, that's pretty much it, I think. I was just mucking around before and actually flooded this house just to make sure the system worked, so that's all that's all this was here for, was just to basically flood this house. But, so I'm not going to bother showing that because it's not necessarily relevant. A couple more things just to finish off with is that underground with this mod you will find some methane. Yeah, flammable liquid, or not liquid, sorry, flammable gas. And you can place it. Oh, look at that! It caught fire because it was next to a lamp. It was next to one of the torches. So if you're underground and you place a torch, you could end up with a possible explosion, like that. So yeah, and it does hurt, obviously, because it nearly killed me. But yeah, so be very careful when you're underground mining and you're placing torches, because you may come across some methane basically in the air. Because if I just place a bit here, you'll see it floats up in the air, because hey, it's lighter than air, so it's going to float. And if you're in a building, I'll just quickly demonstrate it in here, if I can. So there you go, it'll just spread out across the roof. It'll probably get out because there's a hole there, but as you can see, it's just sitting in the roof. So there you go. That's what it will be like. If you got that above you and you're in a cave, be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm going to see if I can get out of there without blowing myself up. It's probably not going to do anything. I think the torch might be a bit too low. But yes, well, you saw how destructive that the methane can possibly be. Didn't lose my torch mark here though. Alright, so quickly just finish off with one more thing, because obviously the water has a new flowing sequence. And it kind of mucks up the water a little bit too, as you can see here, but that's cool, don't worry about that. That's just the way it's being encoded, so it's, of course, it's going to probably cause a little bit of an issue, but that's alright. So I'm going to quickly just come over here, if I can actually start sprinting. Sprint, yeah, thank you. Because I'm just going to quickly demonstrate also is the lava itself has been redone as well, which is kind of neat. So I'm going to quickly, just for argument's sake, I'm going to put this in just into creative mode, just so I can break the blocks quicker. And as you can see, you watch the lava is actually flowing differently as well. And it flows a lot quicker. An awful lot quicker. So rather than just going like 4 blocks then would stop, yeah, it will flow a little bit further. Not much, but a little bit further. It's easier 4, so it's gone about, what, 5 or 6 blocks. But yeah, so that's lava, ladies and gentlemen. It does have a bit of a revamp as well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't, well, also, there's one of those little towers. I didn't even know that was even there. But yeah, so the link will be in the description. And yeah, as I said, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, that cool stuff as well. And as always, keep cool, keep safe, and I'll catch you around. Goodbye. Oh, just actually one more thing before I actually do finish, even though I did just technically end the video. There's one thing I just want to quickly just show you too with the lava. If you actually throw something onto it, I'll just grab like this torch for example. What's this? He threw it back out. Throw it back in there. Watch it, just bounces around. Whee! Look at that. And eventually it will spit back out. I wonder what it'll do to my diamond sword. Hurrah! Diamond sword. Go bounce around in the lava. And just in case that's something might be a weird glitch with the creative, I'll actually put it into normal mode. Oh, and it's gone. Too heavy. Look at that. Things just bounce around. That's kind of cool. What a bit of gravel do. That's going to bounce around and all. So yeah, there you go. That's just an interesting little thing there from feature there. Whoop, nope, that's too heavy, so that's saying. So I'm assuming things that are relatively light will actually keep bouncing around until they eventually reach the surface. Well, then maybe not, because that torch just disappeared. That's kind of strange, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. So just thought I wanted to quickly just add that a little bit just to show for it's kind of interesting. And wait for him to get to the edge. There he goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm done. So yeah, as I said, keep cool, keep safe, and I'll catch you around. Goodbye.